everyone. Oh my gosh, Asha is about to come on and rock it. So make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be dialing in cash flow, sales, and really mastering yourself and your money mindset and marketing. We're going to dive into all that good stuff. Before that, let's talk about the sponsored message. This is brought to you by the 21-Day Challenge, and that's our 21-day accountability program. If you want more clarity on your long-term goals, you want to break them down into bite-sized steps, and you want to succeed like never before, I'm here to hold you accountable. If you want to find out more about the 21-Day Challenge, send me a message, chris@beyourgps.com, or find me on Facebook and message me there. Next up is our iTunes review of the week, and this week it's by Miss Letran. Miss Letran says, great info, great energy. Thanks, Chris, for sharing vital info on how to improve your mindset and bring your A game out. Thanks, Miss Letran. I appreciate you. If you want to give us a review, go to beyourgps.com/iTunes or search Becoming Your Greatest Possible Self on the iTunes store. Looking forward to hearing from you and hearing what you love about the show and also what could be improved. We're always looking to grow as well. So again, I'm going to introduce Asha in a bit here, bring her on the screen in a second. Before that, though, make sure you stick around all the way through. Grab a pen, grab paper, be ready to take notes because she's going to bring the heat and the gold for you to help you transform and grow. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's introduce her and then bring her on. Asha Mankowska, MA Esquire, is an internationally renowned business executive and high-performance coach, consultant, trainer, branding expert, best-selling author, and motivational speaker. She is invited multiple times by prestigious universities to be their keynote speaker at conferences for top leaders, CEOs, executives, and business owners in the United States. She's a frequent keynote speaker at Harvard University. She's recognized by Forbes Magazine as one of the top business and career coaches in America. She accepted the honor to be a member of Forbes Magazine Coaches Council, and her articles are featured in Forbes Magazine on a regular basis. Asha, you ready to rock the house, superstar?
Absolutely. I'm always ready. Thank you so much, Chris, for invitation. Having I think I'm a second time or how
second time.
Thank you so much for the invitation again. And my first experience was absolutely outstanding, guys. I really highly recommend this guy. He's amazing. He brings the best out of you. His questions always rock. You know what I mean? So he makes it always fun.
Yes,
so
thank you. Thank you, Asha. Thank you. And also thank you for connecting us with other awesome guests. We had Amy Ostrowski who came on. She talked about disability. I think like you're working with her. She's amazing. So you're surrounded by amazing people as well. So I appreciate you and being that connector. You're awesome.
Thank you. And likewise, you know, all recommendations from you are just highly appreciated. That's it, you know, when you are surrounding yourself with the power people, movers, shakers, and action takers.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's amazing because basically you grow together, you learn from each other.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love it. I love it, Asha. So on my screen you froze. Did you freeze on your screen by chance?
I have not frozen on my screen, but you frozen a little bit on your screen for a few seconds.
All right. If you wait, I think you started coming back. I saw some movement.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, it's better now. I think the connection is coming through. It's healing. I feel the connection working. I feel the magic flowing.
Oh my goodness. I'm just using my own internet. Hold on just a second.
Sure.
Just give me 1 second.
You got it.
I can get connected to possibly a Wi-Fi here if it allows me.
Cool. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, why not, right?
That's right. we got only to gain from doing it, right?
Right, exactly. You know, we have to figure it out. We have to try it.
Yes.
All right. It says I am connected right now to the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
you're
back. You're back.
Now?
Yeah, you're here. You're here now, Asha. We're flowing. We're good. I love it. So let's dive right into the theme of the day, which is wonder and possibility. Asha, what does this mean to you? Wonder and possibility. How does that show up in your life?
You know what? I feel that I love always to have my grandmaster plan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For my life, for my business, career,
Mm.
and so on. And that's amazing to have. So
Mhm.
basically, you can strategize. You have the GPS, you know.
Yep. Yep.
So you're very focused, laser focused on where you're going.
Yeah.
But now
Mm.
it's a journey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's a process to get there, basically. So when you put your direction, your final destination, so to speak,
Mhm.
in your GPS, then you don't have to think how
Mm.
you're going to get there,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And for me, like you said, you know, be open to all the opportunities that
Yeah.
are coming your way, and all miracles, you know,
Yeah.
attract them. Say yes, I am accepting, I'm receiving all of them. And you
Mm.
know, every day to me is amazing gift.
Yeah.
It's amazing gift that we have a chance to meet new business partners, join in ventures,
Mm.
amazing clients, mentors,
Yeah.
get inspired. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's what does mean to me.
I love it. I love it. So there's gifts, there's miracles, there's magic, just possibilities everywhere. And
Yeah.
it's every day. Every day we really get to wake up and receive those and be open to them. So I love that, Asha. So awesome. And for people who are just finding out about you, why don't you share a little
Yeah.
bit more about how you serve your clients and what you stand for?
Okay, so I'm glad that we have 2 weeks right now because it's a lot, you
Yeah.
know. First of all, let's start from career coaching
Mhm.
because it's a little bit a few paths of my journey. So, career coaching, I help amazing professionals
Mhm.
in transition.
Mm.
Sometimes it's from corporate career into their own business, or maybe from one career to another,
Yeah.
maybe from being still active duty military to having civilian career right now.
Yeah.
So the transition aspect, I feel it's always there. You
Mm.
know, I've done it myself. I transitioned from one country to another country, right?
Yeah.
Being one career, an attorney, into being amazing, fantastic business and career coach,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's one thing that is my absolute passion.
Mm.
Second, it's a business coaching and consulting.
Okay.
So I have such a fun and pleasure to work with executives,
Mm.
business owners. Especially, I feel my sweet spot for the past few years, where little companies,
Mm.
family-owned companies, or
Mm.
experts that
Wow.
they're working, maybe solopreneurs,
Mhm.
that they're ready to scale,
Mm.
right? They
Yeah.
pass the startup, maybe, and now it's so much fun because I get to work with all the decision makers, right?
Yeah.
Have influence and impact on all the parts of their business,
Mhm.
from business plan to branding to marketing to
Mm.
sales, all overall business development and product development,
Yeah.
and so on. So it's so much fun.
Mhm.
I feel like a Sherlock Holmes, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
The
Yep.
pieces of the puzzles put together, what do you think, my dear Watson, right?
Solving the mystery of like what's the secret
Yes,
ingredient that's going to take this to the next level, that's going to
right,
grow it as fast as possible or in the best way possible, and be able to serve more
right,
people,
right.
like you when you're working with those.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you're working with those decision makers, like you get to really make that change and influence them to make a bigger impact in the world, and I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. I think my favorite thing in a world is to work with leaders and
Mm.
influencers,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I can spend more time with them, but I know it's going to be a ripple effect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they will share that with their team, with
Mm.
other people, being able to serve,
Yeah.
and then every here is something different. Now maybe we're opening new territories, right, for the service. Maybe we creating new product. Of course, increasing the profit, increasing margin, because that's maybe increasing some investments, right? So that's all included. And the last part, how I serve my clients, is to, most of consultants basically they're visionaries, and so am I, and I love that. And most of the time, you work with your client and okay, this is your strategy, this is your blueprint, right? Go do it. Good luck. Bye. Right?
Yeah. No support. No like follow through.
Keep me posted.
Right.
So that's great, but like we say, that the evil is in details, in implementing. So a huge part of my success and my client's success is that we actually implement. So a last part of my business, it's a company, another company that actually helped me with brilliant guys, absolutely brilliant techie guys, that helps me implement and execute everything that my client needs, from branding, websites, online presence, social media, PR, sales, you name it, right? It's all crucial and it's all needed. And at least my clients are not like left alone, right? And so that's pretty much. But my favorite thing in the whole world, I think, is speaking. Impacting people, speaking on stages. I was so fortunate to speak all over the place. Of course, United States, you mentioned Harvard, but also in Europe, Paris, France, Frankfurt, Germany, Poland, of course, multiple times, different states in the United States. It's just so much fun and rewarding for me.
Yeah, I love it. And especially speaking, it's like electrifying, like the energy speaking is like boom. And then also the message, like there's something about being in performance, like you're in performing mode on that stage. It's like do or die. You either make the impact and you change their actions, they do something different, or you don't, and I think it's that there's a rush to it. I love it too. It's so much fun.
Yes. And you know what? Also, it's fun because when I work with my leaders and influencers, right? And of course, big part of our working together is to create their presence over there. So have maybe some keynotes that they really love, right? And really increase their powerful presence when they are having a keynote presentations. And I love that because a lot of times I have to like remind myself and them, I'm like, listen, don't be nervous, it's less about you. It's really all about your audience.
Yes.
You have to think about your message, the content that you want to share with them, because that's going to be their benefit. This is what they will remember. Not that you made mistakes, not that something has happened and they wouldn't even know about this.
Right.
What they remember is the overall great experience,
Yeah.
And the amazing benefit, the impact that you touch them in so many levels.
Yeah. I love it, Asha. It's so awesome. So, we talked a little bit about your journey, like transitioning from different countries. But for people who didn't get to that first interview that we did, why don't you just bring us back up to speed a little bit on what that was like and what was some of the biggest growth that you experienced from doing that?
Sure. So in the age of basically 24, I was still in Poland, right? And I'm coming from very accomplished family. So myself, I already had my law school. I did master's in journalism and PR. I was published in newspapers, translated in a few languages over there. So really, in terms of accomplishments, I felt, I had 3 businesses that I started and sold and built up and scale, hired people. So really, I was busy.
Yeah.
I was very busy. I had a great relationship as well, so in every single level. And then basically, when you achieve so much, sometimes there is like a nagging voice that what else is out there? What else can you conquer, right?
Yeah.
What's other challenges the world can offer? Fun challenges. I'm speaking about like the positive way about this. And it just happened that I was able to came here to US just for traveling. I did not plan on staying or anything, right?
Yeah.
And it just happened, like you mentioned, the miracles, opportunities, and how do you react to those, right? So over a sudden, I'm like, okay, maybe it's meant to be, right? Things are happening for a reason. And people were telling me, oh my God, why did you sacrifice everything? Why did you left behind and start from scratch, right? By yourself in a different country from complete scratch, right? You had to reestablish yourself, go back to school, recreate yourself, rebrand, and so on, so on. Well, I always feel this way, that when you've done it one time, you will do multiple times, and it gets easier and easier. So that was my amazing journey. Was it difficult? Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know if I will do it a second time, if I'll have to, if I now when I know what I went through, right? There was so many things, people try to discourage me in law school, saying that I will never be an attorney because of my accent, right? I should give up. Then when I was a successful attorney and I changed into a business coach, they told me, okay, you're brave, but really you're crazy because you won't be able to be successful. You are, switching from solid job, solid paycheck and something stable into entrepreneurship. It's it's how many coaches there out there, and I'm like, well, they are sure there are so many coaches, but it's only one like me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that was my journey, and I know that a lot of people are going through that too. People maybe will tell you can't do it, or on the opposite, I was always very fortunate to attract these opportunities to me. Attract these amazing people in my life, that make it possible for me everywhere. So I think when you open, you have a faith in yourself. You're willing to work hard, right? And have a strategy, have the plan, or also be flexible and open. Anything, the magic happens,
Yeah. And one thing I also hear about you, Asha, that I love is how much you reaffirm yourself and about who you are and what you're capable of and how you're brilliant. It's like you are brilliant, and everyone who listens to this and who's tuning into this, you have to own your brilliance. You have to own your gifts. You have to own your power, who you are, because nobody's going to do that for you. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges of being a coach or an influencer is like we feel a lot of people have the beliefs that you shouldn't be too big. You shouldn't be too bold, too out there. But I love how you just own it, and you own the space, and you own what you've accomplished and who you are. And I think more people really would benefit from working with you, just getting that ownership of how powerful like they are and how worthy that their message is for the world. The world needs it. The world needs their value, and you own that. And you also have a ton of other skills with business building and cash flow, and that's what we're going to be talking about today too. But I just love how you own it. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's very, like you said, it's extremely important. And always, when I start working with anyone, with my companies, my clients, the mindset aspect, the positioning yourself and branding, it's so crucial because it's our value, it's our worth. and I have such a pleasure to work with my clients that they are inspired on daily basis. I respect their achievements. I love, and it's really give and take always, to recognizing my strength is in recognizing people brilliance, where their strengths are, and what's the benefits of their program, product, services, how they can serve people at the highest level, right? Because that's the most profitable when you think about this, because that's the highest demand, going back to circling about the cash flow and money. But when you only focus on money, that's not the right thing, right? You cannot be focused on money. You have to be focused on your clients, on your strength, on your gifts, and be bold. Yes, you have to be bold enough to grab and own that space, the mentorship, the impact, really, because the more impact you will make, the more people you will help, the more people you will influence, and of course, the more profit you will make, right? As well.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So first off, we got to get clear on who we are, own our gifts, own our specialness, and also position ourselves right in the marketplace. What would you say are some of the biggest things to focus on, the foundation, the principles to be able to understand cash flow and how to run a successful business with successful cash flow?
So I feel this is like the biggest, one of the biggest problems of any business. And I don't care, how many MBA schools you have, business education, and so on. This is a simple principles that a lot of people are missing. And, I learn on my own mistake, and it's okay, to make mistakes, to realize what's really important. So there's always two ways, right? People think, I need to make money now, right? So that's the cash flow. That's the immediate cash flow. So that has to be present. That has to be happening in order to fuel bigger goals in my business. Which means that this is a higher profit. This is my $1 million. This is so on, right? So, it's the same, like we have the longer term goals for the year 2019. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to increase over 3 or 7 million, whatever, right? So we need to be very clear on the number. Now, narrowing down, also it's like with the smaller goals. What are my weekly goals that will take me there, right? How many clients do I serve, right? Do I increase my volume or do I increase the quality? That's the cash flow. So basically, I always say we have to almost like being a mother in your business, multitasking, right? Here is the big long term, and this is the short term goals. Because one will help you with the other, and they will get together.
Beautiful. So the cash flow is more so, hey, what's the daily income, the daily flow in of cash and assets that we can redirect to those bigger kind of goals, long-term goals, like how much cash flow do we have so that we can grow our business, we can scale, we can reinvest, and different stuff like that.
Exactly. And there is so much of misunderstanding sometimes, because people think, okay, what do I do if I want more in my pocket? Do I cut my expenses? Do I cut my living? Do I cut? And I know that back in the days that was very popular. Live below your means, right? Be very frugal and everything. I'm not saying it's bad, it's wrong, but I always believed that instead of really like cutting everything out your life that you love, that inspires you, that makes you feel happy, maybe your lifestyle, maybe a place, maybe, your friends or whatnot. How about you earn more? right? So you bring in more so you can easily afford all that. So refocusing your attention into flowing to you. How do I accomplish that? Because then if I accomplish this part, then I can invest in my business more. I can scale faster. I'm able to afford more people, my team members, more experts in my life, right? Amazing mentor or business coach, right? Or am I able to have a great team that will help me get there? That's the only way to increasing my profits.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So,
sustainable. That's sustainable. It's like a sustainable
exactly.
mindset. Like if you have the mindset of how can I keep cutting costs, keep cutting costs, keep cutting costs, then eventually you'll start eroding at the quality of your product, your operation, your team, the morale. People will be afraid of losing their jobs because the whole mindset
Absolutely.
is cut costs versus how do we expand? How do we
Right.
achieve more,
Right. So how we get more territories, more people, more
Yeah.
clients, more quality clients. So it's the growth that it's always in mind, and literally the more happy clients, the more happy employees and team members, then guess what? The flow towards us is more, and we getting faster to our longer term goals.
Yeah.
When I mean long term, I don't mean 10 years plan. Maybe many years ago, people had one job or one business, and it sustained them for 20 years or so, right? What's happening now?
So
Really,
fast.
it's sometimes it's 1 to 3 years.
Yeah.
When you build a product or a service and you sell it, and you keep moving, right? Or 5 years maturity, the product maturity, service maturity, and then it's declination in the demand, so to speak, because so many new products are coming in. So knowing, having the cash flow here and having also the clear eyes on your price, then will help you stay above a competition. Because your competition, you will be cutting costs, right? Your competition will be cheaper, maybe discount more. So I just want you to know that it's not about being known, being chosen because you're cheaper. I can reassure you, all my clients that are extremely successful I'm working with, they are not cheap, but they are top notch within their market space, in their industry. People love them, they're loyal to them, they're coming back to them for more, right? Think about this. If you want to charge like Apple, not like PC, you want to be Apple. You want to position yourself like Apple.
Right.
And look, Apple dictates the prices, correct?
Yep.
Yes. And they are, sometimes it's thousands of dollars for a simple little thing.
Yep.
What's happening? They are always sold out.
Yeah. And you know what else I hear? What else I hear is when you choose to go for having the best, the quality of the best, you will naturally. It's a mindset again. You'll naturally rise above the competition or the other people in the marketplace. Versus if you're always looking for the bargain, you're staying at the bottom, and you want to do volume, and you want to cut costs, and also the type of people who you'll attract. You'll attract people who are always looking for a bargain, who want to nickel and dime you for every penny, and you don't want that. You want people who are happy to pay you, who are grateful to say, this service is awesome, I'll pay the moon for it, let's go.
right, I know. And you know what, that's the point. And you want to deliver on your promises, right? Make sure that yes, you are charging your value, right? What you're worth, but also go above and beyond to deliver this value to your clients, so they can see, oh my God, actually that was a steal, right? That I've got that. They're so happy, and they raving because what does it do with the low cost marketing, right?
Yep.
So basically, so many of my clients, they say, Asha, I grew up so fast too, but it was all word of mouth, right? So people love the service. They're charging a lot, but they love the service. They love the product. They keep coming back, you know? It's amazing.
That's so incredible. I love it. I love it. So in terms of cash flow, the big focus is like, how do we increase our value that we're giving? How do we build better systems? How do we reinvest into the business so that we can do a better job? And a lot of that, going back to the wonder and possibility, is being open. Like, what I wonder, what is going to make this even better? What is going to grow our business to the next level? And also what you were talking about, how there's like the 3-year cycle, three years, and then, you know, it's on to the next job or whatever it might be. Also, the rate at which people are growing their businesses, you know, like 10xing their business. So let's say in the first year they got to 6 figures, and then the next year they get to 1 million, and then in the next year or 3 years or whatever, they get to 10 million, right? Like that's happening faster and faster. Yeah, and so it takes a different mindset at each of those levels too. Like, you know, I'm curious what you've seen in terms of the mindset of a business owner that evolves, that changes from, let's say, 6 figures going up to, you know, multi-million-dollar business owner.
Yeah, or more. So that's a very good question, Chris, because there are so many, because there's so many startups, people starting businesses, like, you know, every day there are thousands of new business are getting started, right? And there is so much help out there, right? So basically people teach you the basics. What is your brand? What is your product? What is your profit? What is your business plan, so to speak, right? And that's the mindset that you have. Sometimes people try to do everything by themselves. Right? Their hiring department, firing department, sales department, marketing department, implementation department, and all that departments in one person. Right? They build their own website, you know, and I get it. I've been there. You know, I've been there. I totally understand. Now, there is a place where you hit the ceiling, kind of. With this mindset, right? If you want to go beyond that, you have to completely change your mindset. Number one, you have to learn how to delegate, whom to delegate, what to delegate, how to hire people, right? How much are you willing to invest in this? Now, possibly higher quality of product to slightly different ideal client right now, right? Maybe some franchise or opening new territories with your own clones, basically. So you're hiring, you're creating systems, you're creating kind of your own clones, like let's say in San Diego, you have your hub, you have your model, and now you keep copying the very successful model into different countries, different, you know, something what works. So that takes completely different mindset, attitudes, different numbers, awareness of your numbers, how much you will be earning, how much you will be spending. You know, you have to feel comfortable with that. Sometimes it scares people when they're moving from multiple 6 figures into multiple 7 figures. You know?
Like,
oh my God, you know?
The wealth thermostat, the glass ceiling that they have been stopped by.
Right. And the most important, I feel, we know we're talking about sales and cash flow and everything, but nowadays I feel the most important is not the financial freedom. That, you know, everyone starts with the financial freedom in mind. Right? I want to be financially free. That's why I have my own business. So I'm working 80 hours a day. Well, financial freedom, and freedom doesn't mean you're working 80 hours a day. Financial freedom to me means you have a freedom of time, as well.
Yeah.
You have all kinds of freedom to enjoy time with your family, with yourself, to travel. And you have to have all the systems in place that the profits are still coming.
Yeah.
The company is not crumbling when you're not there, right? That takes totally different plans, strategy, action steps, and so on. But also, so financial freedom is great, right? You have it. But now, you stop working and the financial freedom is over. What about your kids? What about your family? What, you know what I mean? So that's where people were thinking. I feel the most important when you're scaling, when you're even starting your business, is to trying to figure it out how to build your wealth.
Yeah.
And legacy. And I mean family wealth. Something like a legacy, living in legacy and wealth that you can leave to your children, you know, like olden times, aristocracy and so on, you know, they had royalties. So something like this. So shifting your mindset, the more you're growing in your business, it's not from paycheck to paycheck. It's not the financial freedom. Oh my God, I can go for vacation. I can even go for 1 week vacation. Woohoo! That's not anymore being a successful entrepreneur or business owner, or giving the best education to your kids, you know, and time with your kids. I really feel we have to reach our potential, our mindset, and make plan with wealth. How can I design my business now that can produce something like that for me? My money will work hard for my money, right? So instead of you working so hard for your money all the time, how about make your money work for your money?
Right.
Very hard, right? So it's like a little different shift in not only in your mindset, organizing your time, but also this is what I always say to my clients: you are not only the owner of the company, right, or business owner or something like that. You are the CEO. So you have to think like one, right?
Executive.
Yes, executive thinking. Whom would I delegate? What tasks? Who do I want around me, right? What profit that will make me? What expenses do I experience, right? How much that will maybe make me? How much growth? What type of doors that can open for me, right? Maybe this membership or this mentor or you know, whatnot, right? This product. So there are so many details and planning and implementation that is involved in all those steps.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's like really shifting the paradigm, shifting how we see the world. It's like not saying I have to do everything and then go through all that hassle and, you know, someone burns themselves out. But it's how can I leverage this to someone else and stay in my genius zone and pay someone, you know, $10, $15, $20 an hour while I'm over here making 200, 300, 500 bucks an hour because I'm in my genius zone. You know, that's super important to get clear on. I love that. I love that a lot. And also a good book I think that would help people is Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Talks about moving from employed to self-employed to big business owner to an investor mindset. And I think that's the transition that people definitely need to make.
Yeah, it's a wonderful book. It's, you know, and it's the thing is that people think it's so hard. It's so simple right now. Really, it's really simple. It's all about just implementing all that, you know, and having the right support system really within your organization, family, friends, mentors, whatnot, you know, having that. So because trust me, I was just having a conversation with an amazing person today. She has extremely successful business, and she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't even think it's gonna blow up so big, right?" And now, how do you scale even further than this, right? Because there is no no manuals for this, so to speak. Everyone is for startups, because that's where but people that are really ready to scale big time, they kind of left on their own. And the pressure is on because it's hard to really find help out there for this, and how, and then it's like we were laughing because people think, oh, when you're at certain level, you don't make mistakes, and I'm like, oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Make way bigger mistakes. Will cost you more.
Yep. I love it. So awesome. So in terms of sales, I want to dive into that a bit with you because you're great with sales too. Tell us what we need to know as a foundation, some principles of successful selling too.
Okay. So I'm not going to sell you or any sales practices or sales tricks or sales tools or anything like that, or knock on the door until they sell you, until they buy. It's really not about that. No. It's not about being the old, salesman, because people are turned off by this.
Yep.
This is the thing. Everyone wants to buy. They want to buy your product, your service, but they don't be sold to, right? So this is like the fine line. And think about this. Very simple. Who do we want to make business with? Who do we want to buy from? That we can like, know, and trust, right? The factors. They have to be in the same place.
Yeah.
Also, probably when we had a great experience or we read about the great experience that others have, right? This is the credibility. I want to buy a product or service when I feel appreciated, I feel understood, I feel that it really relatable with me, right? It resonates with me. That I'm like, oh my God, I really will get what I need out of it, right?
Yep.
So then I'm sold, and I don't care how much it's costing me, right? Because I know it's an investment because I'm getting what I need, what I want. That's the best sell practice. So instead of pushing the sell on someone, chasing your clients, I love to turn the tables and attract them to you.
Yeah. And how do we do that?
Right. Here we go. So step number 1, really think about your branding, your positioning. Who do you want to be known as? For what? Your integrity, your highest quality of service, that people love you. And when, so you basically, what you're doing, you're educating first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're sharing the value, you're giving the value, giving the content first. That's the best sell ever, because people, when they call you already, they know what you're doing, they're familiar with you.
Yeah.
They're calling you to ready to do business with you. They've heard about you, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the sell, educating versus trying to selling. And if you coming from a place, I know exactly, you study your ideal client, right? You do your due diligence. So, when you're coming from a place, I know your struggles, your pain, what are the main challenges that you're facing, and that's how I can help you, right? Yeah. So when they feel understood, when they feel that, oh my goodness, actually, she or he or this company can totally save me.
Yeah.
Right? What's happening? You get a great response, you get buyers, and then you follow up with them. You nurture this relationship, right?
Yeah.
You make sure everything is working great. That's how you get the retention going.
Yeah.
Because it's with sales, it's not only important to close the first sale and goodbye, right? No. You want to nurture this relationship, and you want to assure that you have multiple sales investment from this company, client into you. They stay around.
Right.
That's how you're really growing your profits by serving the best, understanding them, educating, not selling or pushing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so powerful. I love it. So it's really showing them that you understand them, educating them. That is the biggest thing, is to build the trust, right? And to share, hey, I know what keeps you up at night. I know what you are most afraid of. I know, what you are fearing will happen if this doesn't go as planned, if you don't get this resolved or addressed. So I think that's super important, just to show that, hey, I know who you are. I know what you are all about. And that sounds like the most authentic and in integrity strategy. Just say, hey, I get you. I know who you are. And by the way, I have a solution. Do you want it? Do you want this problem to be solved? They say, heck yes, I want it solved. Great, let's get started. It's that easy.
Right. Exactly. What do we choose? Your credit card, how do you want to pay? Check and everything. And this is, I feel also, I want to speak a little bit about this, because I feel people are getting a little bit hang up on this. They don't want to ask for money, or they have a problem to charge others. Oh my God, how much am I supposed to charge for my service or product? Because they're afraid they're going to be judged, right?
Yeah.
Or they're afraid they're going to be perceived as maybe greedy,
right?
Or you know what I mean? And we don't want this stigma. So in the same time, it has to change, because your value, it's amazing that you're delivering. Think how much you're changing their person, life, company, how much you're improving their situation, their health, because the benefits are in multiple places, right? And then maybe try to translate that into numbers for yourself.
Yeah.
So basically, I've noticed people have a huge problem in stating the numbers, how much to charge, feeling that they're going to be judged. You know what? I'm sorry, but either you have to choose, I feel. You want to do charity in your life, please do so.
Yes.
And leave off donations. That's one way. If you want to have a business, that's my pricing. That's how much we charge. And think about this, how great we feel when we are recognized, when people say, I love your work.
Yeah,
right?
amazing. Yeah.
I appreciate it. How great that make us feel, right? Wonderful. So about money, think about another way of appreciating your work. That's it. People pay you or compliment you. That's a sort of appreciation. When you switch that, you take the evil, whatever, from the money or the guilt trip that you're charging. No, money is only a form of appreciation for your services, your hard work, your years of education that you put into that, your years of investments, your thousands of dollars of investing in you in order to get to this place so you can help others now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so
So
powerful.
instead of feeling afraid of being perceived as a greedy, being judged or guilty, think about this. I'm being appreciated for my hard work.
So good. So good, Asha. I love it. I love it. This is amazing. And it's been a super valuable conversation. Our audience wants to know, how do they continue the journey with you? What are their next steps? How do they have a conversation with you? How do they do that?
I would love to have conversation with you guys. The best way to connect with me, I would love to really schedule like 15 minutes with every single one of you. See how how I can dive in and help you, and what's going on over there, what really stops you. Please connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. So I think I'll either under the video or you will have that in your comment, the links. But Asha Mankowska, it's ASHA MANKOWSKA, LinkedIn, and Facebook page, Asha, your favorite business coach.
I love it. I love it.
So you connect with me this way. Let's start communication. Let's start this journey together. I would love to hear from you.
Awesome. You're amazing, Asha. Thank you so much for coming on. Everyone who's listening or watching, definitely stay connected with this woman. She can transform like anything that you're stuck by, anything you're being stopped by. She is the one who can take you there. Asha, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much for your invitation. It's always a joy. I love it.
Yes.
I recommend this to anyone.
Yes. Awesome. I appreciate you. We'll see you soon, okay? All right. Take care.